each country's had a slightly different approach in terms of how they've had to react to the COVID crisis. Those countries like Italy, Spain, France, the United Kingdom, and the Netherlands, where the load has been high, have all reacted by making the number one priority the availability of treatment and the treatment of the COVID patients, which has also involved closing down a lot of what would be considered normal activity. Clinical trials have suffered very much in terms of the ability to recruit patients. It's a quite dangerous time to be bringing patients with hematologic malignancies into hospitals where we've tried to be keeping people away as much as possible. So clinical trial enrollment has no doubt suffered during this period of time. What, of course, we've done has focused on protecting patients with hematologic malignancies in particular as a very vulnerable group and therefore have been, very highly isolated. It's going to take time for us to determine what impact, if any, not offering what many would consider to be always the optimal treatment during this time has on outcome. There's also concern, of course, that surgery has greatly decreased and therefore for many of these malignancies, cancer diagnoses are not being picked up. And this is not just applying to hematologic malignancies, but to all cancers. So I think all of us feel there's going to be a big backlog that needs to be caught up with. And I actually was on a call this morning. We were just starting to talk about how we start to ramp activity back up again and how we prioritize and in what order the clinical trials that we've had on hold will be opened up to open up recruitment again, but really to do so in an environment in which it's safe to be able to deliver that therapy and in which it's safe to be able to deliver clinical trials.